please look up Broadnet GMRS on our YouTube channel, or you can go to our homepage and find a link, broadnetgmrs.net. Remember to hit the little bell icon, like and subscribe to our link. We also are on Facebook. If you would like to check us out over there, go to the Broadnet GMRS Facebook website. You can also find the link on our homepage. Just as a reminder, if you're able to check in, you can always text a friend, go on to the YouTube channel and check in on the live chat, or you can check in early here as we were just doing early check-ins. Tonight's order of operation, we'll have the Central Kansas REACT check-in, followed by the Richmond County REACT check-in. Then we'll have a general membership check-in. After the membership check-in, after the roll call, we'll follow up with new and missed check-ins. Then we'll have a round table before we conclude the net. Before we begin the REACT check-ins, do we have any general announcements for the net? Please give your call sign. Tonight in New York City, we're looking at some cloudy weather with 70 degrees on the thermometer. We had some early rain showers that moved through, so it's still kind of damp on the ground. Hopefully everyone was safe. There was some heavy rain at a few times earlier today in the New York tri-state area. Well, with no announcements heard, we would like to introduce the South Central Kansas REACT team, number 6265, which provides public safety communication to individuals, organizations, and government agencies to save lives, prevent injuries, and give assistance wherever and whenever needed. For more information, including how to join, go to scksreact.com. At this time, I'm going to begin the check-in for the South Central Kansas REACT. When you hear your REACT number, please give your call sign to check in. REACT 1, please check in.
This is R1 WRCJ783 with South Central Kansas REACT. I have no traffic. I will also check in RA10. He is not able to make the net tonight. WRCJ783.
REACT 1, thank you for checking in, Tom. We've got you and Ken both checked in tonight. R2. What about REACT 12? Do we have REACT 12 out there, South Central?
This is REACT 12, Whiskey Romeo, Quebec, Golf, 243, Russell, Ferris.
All right, thank you, R12, for checking in. We've got you checked in, Russell. Do we have any other members that need to check in on the South Central Kansas REACT? Please give your call sign and REACT number. All right, with nothing heard, we checked in 3 members on the South Central REACT. Thank you for all the REACT members for checking in tonight. At this time, we'll give the introduction of the Richmond County REACT, and do the check-in over there. Richmond County REACT Team 6269 consists of a network of skilled communication volunteers with a desire to assist their community in times of emergency or disaster. For more information, including how to join the Richmond County REACT, please go to their website, richmondcountyreact.org. At this time, I'm going to pass it over to React 1, WQNR751, Chris.
Good afternoon, Mark. Thank you. Yes, for Richmond County REACT, we had a total of 20 people check in. A couple people checked in after the ran in, but we ran from 17 to 20. That was including 2 new individuals. I do not have any news for tonight, but please check me in on the Broadnet side as well, as I have to step away from the radio for the next hour or so.
All right, thank you, React 1. We appreciate the check-in. We got 20 checked in on the Richmond County REACT. They have their check-in about an hour before we do the Broadnet, and they share a little information. Again, if you're interested, please go to richmondcountyreact.org to learn more about their system. This is WREZ914, and you're listening to the Thursday night Broadnet GMRS meeting. This net meets every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern and is open to all members. The Broadnet GMRS system is a membership-only system, so before you can transmit, you must first join. Anyone with an FCC-issued GMRS license is welcome to join for free. In addition to the repeater access, you may connect to us through GMRS Live Node 1420, our Zello channel, or through your simplex node. For more information, including how to become a member, go to broadnetgmrs.net. broadnetgmrs.net. I will now begin the membership check-in. This is a roll call. After I am finished with the roll call, I will call for new and missed check-ins. I'm going to begin with the Broadnet board members. If you hear your call sign, please check in. WQZR739, Joel.
WQCR739, checking in. Thank you, Mark. I gotta make it short today because I'm at a job site.
739, Joel. We've got you checked in. No traffic. WQUZ499, Edwin. WQRL3471.
Good evening, Net Control. This is WQRL347 checking in with no traffic for today.
347, Juan, we have you checked in from the Bronx with no traffic. WRKJ296, Chris.
Good evening, Net Control. Thank you for running the netmark. Please check me in, WRKJ296.
296, Chris. We've got you checked from Staten Island. We appreciate you running the YouTube tonight.
Quick correction there.
Go ahead.
Checking in from East Harlem, New York. Thank you.
WRKJ29.
All right, copy that. We've got that updated. Thank you. WQRH355, Joe.
WQRH 355, Nassau County, New York, checking in. Good evening.
.355, Joe. We've got you checked in from Nassau County. Thank you for checking in tonight, Joe. And thank you for trunking through the many email approval requests we get from members to join the Broadnet. That is an everyday thing now. So thank you. WROH602, Crystal. All right, that was the board of directors here on the Broadnet. Thank you guys for checking in. We're now moving to the regular membership. We already checked in WQRL 751. Chris, he had something to do, and we also checked in WROH 733, Mike. Do we have Walter? WRAF 805.
WRAF805, Walter from Yonkers, checking in. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you for checking in, 805, Walter from Yonkers. We've got you checked in. WRFQ525, Carlos. WRJS 337, John.
WRJS 337, John, New Athens, Illinois. Thank you for hosting, and I hope everybody has a good weekend.
WRJS 337, John. Thank you for checking in from New Havens, Illinois. Yeah, this has been a short work week for many people since Monday was Memorial Day. So yeah, we're already looking at another weekend coming up pretty quick. And you know, the thing about it is we're already in June, which means we're already halfway through the year. So yeah, that's pretty amazing that we've made it so far so fast. WRFL 821, Daryl. WRMA 513, Lewis. WRMV 714, William. WRKM 273, Benjamin.
WRFR3V5 to network control. Is there a way you can turn up your microphone? You're low. You're very low.
.385. Does this make it any better? I should be coming in full now.
Roger that. That makes it 100% better. Thank you. Mark, you're sounding good into the RF and into the Zello. Let him try to see if he can mess around with his settings, because there might be something in his settings. Because when you get louder like that, you sound distorted over the RF side.
control on the Zello side instead of the RF side.
Yeah, so in your Zello setting, there's an area where you can raise the volume up on the Zello setting for you to hear him a little louder, because if he raises the volume up on his side, it's going to sound distorted on the RF side. WQCR 739, back to net control. We'll work on that later, let him keep running the net, and then I'll get you some help in getting that fixed.
Roger that. Network control, continue.
Okay, and I don't have your call sign checked in, so I'm going to go ahead and check you in as a new check-in tonight. That's WRFR385. We've got you checked in from Massachusetts. Thank you for checking in tonight.
The problem is, thank you for acknowledging me, and I have nothing to say tonight. I'm just standing by listening, sandbagging.
WRKP401, Robert.
WRKJ296, Mark, this is Chris296. Robert 401 is checking in from the live stream, as well as Crystal 602 is checking in from the live stream. They seem to be having issues with their DV switches, but we'll take care of that after the net. Back to you.
All right, copy that. Thank you. WRMA513, Lewis. WRMB714, William. WRKM273, Benjamin. WRFJ490, Josh.
WRFJ 490, Josh, Lake Placid, New York. No traffic. Thanks for running the net.
Thank you, 490. Josh, for checking in from Lake Placid. If you guys are in the Lake Placid, New York area, please look up Josh's repeater he has. You can find it on the MyGMRS website if you need to get the PL and input tone over there. So, yep, Josh has his own repeater there, and you're welcome to get into it. Just look him up on the MyGMRS website. WRMR871, Rob. WQRL347, Unit 1, Candy.
Good evening, Mark. WQRL 347, Unit 1, Bronx, New York. No traffic.
All right, 347, Unit 1, Candy. We've got you checked in from the Bronx, New York, with no traffic. Thank you for checking in tonight, Candy. And on time, too. WRNL873, Jacqueline. WRMQ439 Lewis. WRHW640 Nelson. We checked him in. We heard him before the net saying he had an event to go to tonight and he was not going to be able to check in. WREY904 Eduardo. WYWM547 Ray. WRMW805 Chris. WRDH368 Terry from Wayne, Nebraska, checked in earlier, right before the net, saying he had something going on and he was not going to be able to check in. WRFP395 Mike. WRCN747 Victor. WROG342 Frank from Mount Vernon, New York, checked in early tonight, right before the net. He didn't think he would make check-in tonight, so we got him a little early. WROL223 David.
WROL223 is checking in via the live stream. David from Bronx, New York.
All right, thank you, 296. We got 223 David checked in from the Bronx, New York via the live stream YouTube. WRJU231 Rich.
WRJU231, checking in on Zello. Thanks, Mark.
$231 Rich, we got you checked in via the Zello link. Thank you for checking in from Alpine. WROI219 Irvin.
WROI219 Irvin in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, checking in. Good evening.
All right, thank you, Irvin. 219, we got you checked in from Williamsburg, Brooklyn. WRFH639 Richard.
Good evening. This is WRFH639, Richard in Brooklyn, New York, checking in and out.
$639 Richard, we've got you checked in and out tonight. Thank you. WQZQ298 Teddy.
WRKJ296.
WRON811 Fabian. WRCV276 William. WRCV276 William. WROW355 Andre. WROG757 Scott.
WROG 757 Scott in Nashville, Tennessee, checking in with no traffic.
Scott, we got you checked in from Nashville, Tennessee with no traffic. Thank you for checking in tonight, Scott. WROK812 Arnold.
Good evening, Mark. This is WROK812 Arnold from Rahway, New Jersey.
(812) Arnold, we've got you checked in from Midway, New Jersey. Thank you for checking in tonight. WROD 580 Ken. WRMT 305 Brian.
WRNT 305 JFK Airport, Jamaica Bay, no traffic, Mark.
Brian, we got you checked in from the JFK Airport, Jamaica Beach, with no traffic. Thank you for checking in, Brian. WRCJ 783 Tom. WRPD 551 Steve.
Good evening, Mark, and everybody on the net. Thank you for running the net. WRPD 551 checking in, no traffic.
551 Steve, we've got you checked in tonight with no traffic from Staten Island. Thank you for checking in. WRKV 489 Dan. WRND 581 Tyrone.
Break for net control.
Go ahead, 739 for the break.
Hey, Mark, I'm sorry to break in there. Be advised that the Pennsylvania repeater is down. As informed me earlier, I was supposed to mention it earlier, but I forgot. His repeater is down, so there's no repeat in Pennsylvania on the network today.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I did not know that. I have not checked the status page. Okay, so Pennsylvania's repeater is down. Do you have any idea when that might be back up? Is it something easy, or is it a legitimate issue?
The pie was fried, and you know how much those pies are going for now. So if anyone knows anyone that can get a Raspberry Pi at a low price, preferably a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, what we need for that system. The Pi went out, and we're trying to locate another Pi for that system.
All right, thank you, 739. If you have a Raspberry Pi and you're willing to part ways with it, please give 739 or Net Control or email us at support@broadnetgmrs.net. Let us know so we can get that repeater back online. Of course, we'll pay some value for that. I mean, we're not going to just steal your Pi. So even though stealing Pis is probably not a good idea. All right, back to the roll call. WROR 906, Tony.
WRFR 385 break.
.385, go ahead for the break.
I do have a my GMRS Raspberry Pi I'm willing to get rid of. I tried to do it on my repeater and it didn't work out. So that person looking for a Raspberry Pi, contact me on my call sign at gmrs.com, at gmail.com, and I'll send that to you.
Break up for Net Control WQCR 739. If you have a pen and paper, I'll give you my number. You can give me a double L.
I do not at this time, but if you do, it's my call sign WRFR385 at gmail.com, and just email me your address and I'll mail you that Raspberry Pi ASAP.
Roger that. Well, we appreciate that a whole lot. If you're still interested in getting that repeater connected into our network, we can make that happen too. I can't write down your email, but I'm sure one of the moderators here got it for me. I'm driving. But we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Again, we don't want it free. We'll give you something free. But if you're still looking to connect that repeater into the network, we can get it connected to our network if you like. WQCR 739, back over.
Roger that, 739. Only thing I request is just the shipping cost. I really don't want nothing to do with this GMRS.com node. So if you could program it and do your thing with it, do your thing. I'm not computer literate, you know what I mean? I'm not smart with computers and programming. So, yeah. The moderators who's listening, WRFR385 at gmail.com, to email me tomorrow to send this out to this person.
Okay, thank you. One of the moderators reached out to me with the email address. Thank you so much. Let's not tie this up anymore so we can let Net Control finish his net. WQCR 739. Appreciate you. We clear.
Roger that. Network Control. Continue doing your thing.
This is WREZ914 Net Control for this Thursday night Broadnet. We're about halfway through the roll call here. If you'll continue to be patient with us, we'll be accepting new and late call-ins here in just a second. On my list next to be checked in is WRDA947, Roy. WRMA819, Jose. WROJ628, Glenn. WROJ628 Glenn from Clear Lake, Texas, had contacted me yesterday. He was supposed to be net control tonight. However, he had a death in his immediate family, and so we're sending our condolences to him and his family tonight for that. And I'm sure he'll share some more with us of what's going on the next time we do a net. So I definitely understand him not checking in tonight and not being able to run the net. So if you hear him on here throughout the week, please send condolences and love to him. WRMF 745, Bob. WRJH792, Freddie.
WRF745.
Seven 4-5, go ahead.
Yes, I'm having a hard time getting online. Bob Homestead. Thank you.
WRMF 745, Bob in Homestead, Florida. We've got you checked in. Yeah, I copy that. Not getting in real good there tonight, so we appreciate you getting in when you can. Thank you, Bob. We were looking for Freddie. If you're still out there, Freddie, we'd like for you to check in. If not, we'll continue on here. WRJH792.
Mark, it's 296 again. Freddie, WRJH792, has checked in via the live stream. Back to you.
Thank you, 296. We've got Freddie checked in. Normally he checks in from the Bronx, so thank you for getting him checked in to the YouTube live stream tonight. Again, you can find our live stream by going to YouTube and looking up Broadnet Humorous. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. WQRK926. Mark. WQZV495, Ken. WRHT661, Mark. WRKZ367, Richard.
WRKJ296.
WQZB495. I missed my call. Ken in Raisins, Illinois.
495, Ken, we've got you checked in from New Havens, Illinois. Thank you for checking in tonight. Yeah, like I said, if you guys know you've missed your call just on one of the breaks, just key it up. Let me know. No need to wait till the very end, especially if you got something going on tonight and you're trying to get off the radio. Appreciate that there, though. 495, we've got you checked in.
WRQX388, Eric, checking in from Southeast Virginia.
Okay, stand by. I do not have a 388 on my call check-in list.
It's a late check-in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have you on there. Give me a second. I'm adding you. So that way, if you don't check in for 3 weeks, we take you off of the list temporarily until you can check in again. That way my list doesn't keep growing exponentially without people checking in. So Eric, we've got you checked in tonight for the first time on the Broadnet from Southeast Virginia.
Thank you, Net Control. Yeah, first time checking in, brand new member. Appreciate being here and hearing what's going on. Turn it back over to Net, WRQX388. On the turn.
Copy that. WRKZ367 Richard. WRKH723 Eric.
WRKH723 Eric, Queens, New York on the Zello side. Hello Mark, everyone on the net, and I'll be in and out. Back to net.
723 Eric, thank you for checking in tonight. We got you checked in from Queens, New York on the Zello side. WQXD374 David. WRKY989 Lou. WRPE339 Rick.
WRPE 339, Dodge County, Wisconsin. Checking in and checking back out, Mark. Good evening.
339 Rick, we got you checked in from Dodge County, Wisconsin. You're moving around on us. Usually you check in from Rubicon, Wisconsin. But thank you nonetheless, Rick, for checking in tonight. WRPE299 Keith from Billings, Wisconsin. Are you out there, Keith?
Yes, WRPE 299 Keith. I'm in Billings, Montana, as opposed to Wisconsin. Nice day out west, and wishing everybody a good rest of the week and a fabulous weekend.
$299 Keith, we've got you checked in from Montana. We appreciate you checking in tonight. And yes, it's some places around the country it's real nice. There was a cold front that was draped from New York all the way down to Texas today. So everyone along that line, including New York City, all the way down to Houston and everywhere in between had gotten probably some rain today. So some people it turned out to be a really nice day, and some people it turned out not to be such a nice day. WRMA 548 George.
This is WRMA 548 in Long Beach. Net Control, this is George.
George, we got you checked in from Long Beach. We appreciate you checking in tonight, George. This is Net Control. We're going to take a quick pause for a second.
WQCR 739. Station that's trying to come in through the RF, you're not readable. You can go on the Zello side. Thinking that way you can do it through the Zello side. You're not readable on the RF side. Please stand by so we can let Net Control finish their net. WQCR 739. It's fine by me. Let me know. I'm on the road. We can easily track it down, and I can help you go 10-7 if that's what you like. WQCR 739.
All right, thank you. I appreciate everyone's patience. WRQG 243.
Net Control.
Go ahead for Net Control.
Andre, WRW355. I guess I'm doing a late check-in.
All right, got you in there. WROW355, Andre. Checked in from Mount Pestle, Virginia. WRPW 661, Jack.
Good evening, everyone. This is Jack, WRPW 661. Fort Lauderdale, checking in, no traffic.
Copy that, 661, Jack in Fort Lauderdale. I need you guys in Florida to check in next week. Florida is predicted to either get a tropical depression or even a tropical storm or maybe even a hurricane. We'll see what's going to happen here in the next few days. So we need you guys to check in next week, my Florida guys, so we know how you fared. Hopefully you don't encounter any flooding as that storm approaches, but it sounds like it's going to be a pretty wet few days there in Florida coming up. WRQG 243 Russell. All right, just want to let everybody know if you're trying to check in via RF on the Broadnet multicast system, it is disconnected for a moment since we had some static coming in on it. So again, if you're trying to check in via RF in the New York area, please use Zello or iax for WQNX906 Mike. WRQC 625, Tristan. WRQG 343, George.
WRQG 343, George, checking in.
343, George, we got you checked in from Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you. And hopefully we'll hear you back on next week. Check in again. Yeah, turn it on. Turn on Zello. If you guys need us during that storm or whatever, please turn on Zello if you can, right here on the Broadnet. WRPS 811, Robert.
This is WRPS 811, Robert, coming in.
Whitestone, New York. We got Robert checking in, 811. Thank you for checking in tonight. WRPC 719, George. WRJN 397, Kurt.
This is WRJN 397, Kirk in Washington, Illinois, checking in.
$397, Kurt. We got you checked in from Washington, Illinois. Thank you. Appreciate the check-in here tonight again. That has been 5 check-ins for you so far, so we appreciate that. WRAS 405.
WRAS 405, John out of Bedford, Indiana.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that, Jonathan. 405 out of Bedford, Indiana. Thank you for checking in tonight. WRDR 487, Joe. WQES 876, Harvey. WRQA 768, Andy.
WRKJ29.
WRQA 768, let's go Rangers.
Seven, 6, 8. Andy, copy that. We've got you checked in. Go Rangers. Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, Andy, for checking in from Hillsdale, New Jersey. WRMA 513, Lewis. WRQD 750, Mike. WRQN 235, Spencer.
Washington, Illinois.
Okay, I just caught part of that. I heard Washington, Illinois. Is this 235?
WRQM235, Spencer from...
All right, copy that. WRQN235, Spencer, we've got you checked in from Washington, Illinois. Thank you for checking in tonight. WRNM392, Edwin Sr. Sorry about that. I had a check-in via text message. WRON811, Fabian is checking in. We called for him earlier. He is still in school, so he asked me if I would check him in. We haven't heard from him in a couple weeks, so I wanted to text him to make sure. All right, moving back to the list, we are looking for David, WRQJ757. WRDR725, Michael.
Yeah, checking in, WRDR725. Yeah, the hurricane's kind of close. Probably tomorrow's going to get, maybe tomorrow's going to get a little closer, but everything's going to be all right. Just want to check in.
Copy that. We've got you checked in, Michael, from Homestead, Florida. Yeah, that storm's going to take a few days to get to you guys, but it might be here sometime next week. But definitely, I know they're talking about, nonetheless, some rain for you guys. So, yeah, let us know if y'all need us for anything. If y'all need to connect in or whatever, please do so. And we hope to hear y'all back on the check-in next week. That also goes for David, WRQJ301. If you're out there, please check in.
WRQJ301, David, Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you, Mark, for running the net. Back to you.
301, David, thank you for checking in tonight from Jacksonville, Florida. WRQL489, Justin.
Good evening. The time is 9:00 p.m.
This is WREZ, known Forest Net Control. I am nearing the end of my list, so if you're a new check-in or if you've missed your turn, please be patient. I will be there in just a couple more minutes. I appreciate it. The Broadnet has a very long list on the roll call. I think we're one of the larger lists of any network GMRS system out there. So I appreciate everyone's patience as we go through this roll call list to get everyone checked in. And we look forward to any new check-ins we have tonight. So the next on the roll call tonight would be Justin, WRQL489. Please check in. WRFW672. WRPZ335, PJ. WRQG491, Eric. WRPS 558, Jose. WRNU 570, Anthony. WRPA 771, Grant. WROI 607, Bill.
WROI 607, Bill from Corpus Christi, Texas. Thanks a lot, Net Control.
Bill, we've got you checked in from Corpus Christi, Texas. Thank you for checking in on the net tonight. And it seems like we got almost in every state that checks in on the net now. So we appreciate that, Bill, or at least a couple. WRQI 483, Ivan. WRQV 957, Carl.
WRQV 957, no traffic, but I'm here.
(957) Carl, thank you for checking in from Billings, Montana. WRQC 677, Mark. WRMM 673, Jonathan. All right, that's the end of the list on roll call. If you did not hear your name, I did not get you checked in. But first, before I go to missed and late check-ins, I would like to start with new check-ins. We've already had a couple of new check-ins tonight during the net. We had 385 Randy from Massachusetts and Eric check in tonight. If you are a new user to the Broadnet and you'd like to check in on this Thursday night meeting for the first time, please give your call sign.
WRTA 756, Raul checking in for the first time.
Please stand by.
WRQG
All right, that gives me
808 from China Grove, North Carolina, checking in for the first time.
All right, 808. Please stand by all units. Let me get these in my log real quick.
WRFR 385, check in for the first time tonight. I already did. I would wish to talk to you privately to hook up my repeater to the broadcast network. Just a thought in mind. WRFR 385, I'll start listening again.
All right, copy that. Stand by. We had, and I'm trying to get these entered into the list, of course. I make sure that I've got it right by double checking myself through the FCC verification. I got WRTA756 Raul checked in for the first time tonight. Thank you. And I had WRQG808 Norman also checking in tonight for the first time. And we had WRFR385 Randy. I had checked you in earlier for the first time, and I had passed your information on to Joel, the founder of the Broadnet. He should either, if you want him to call you or text or email you, I passed all your information over to him that you registered through the website with. So hopefully he'll be reaching out to you. I know he was doing something tonight at work. So please stand by. He might end up calling you tomorrow Randy. All right, do I have anyone else that is a new check-in tonight on the Thursday night Broadnet meeting that you've never checked in before? Please give your call sign. Okay, if you've checked in before on the Broadnet and you did not hear your name or you think you missed it, now we are taking late and missed check-ins. So anybody who has not already checked in that would wish to check in, please give me just your call sign so we can see if we have any doubles here on the radio.
WRQ Golf 491, Sheboygan Network, operator Eric.
WRQG491, Eric, we got you checked in from Sheboygan. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Back to net control.
5, Chris, on Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
RMW805, Chris, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We have got you checked in. Thank you for checking in. Man, you've not missed a check-in since you checked in for the first time on December 9th. Thank you, Chris, for checking in tonight.
WRKJ296.
This is WRFS 696. My name is Hassan, checking in from Brooklyn, New York.
All right, Hassan, we've got you checked in. It's been a little bit since May 21st was the last time we heard you here. I've got you checked in now, and you're back active on the roll call list. So we'll continue to call you for the next 3 weeks. I know you're part of the Richmond County REACT too, so I know I see seeing messages from you on the WhatsApp. Anybody else who'd like to check in tonight, please give your call sign. Late, missed, new. If you've not checked in already, please call sign.
WRDV946, Scott, Housdale, Pennsylvania.
Okay, stand by for just a second.
Bridge.
Okay, we had a couple people checking in. Stand by, stand by. Stand by for just a second, everybody. Okay, I had 2 check-ins. Let me confirm those before we move on. I had Scott WRDV946 checking in for the first time in Pennsylvania. I also had Benjamin WRKM273 checking in from Washington Heights. Go ahead for net control.
Control the Sheboygan Network. I have a new check-in, WRI383 Sheboygan Network, operator Chris.
Okay, I missed part of that call sign. Please go ahead again with the first four letters.
WRQY.
Okay, copy that. I got WRQY383 Chris. And is he also in Sheboygan with you?
That's correct, net control. This is WRQG491, just checking in for him. He's having some radio issues. He will get that clarified, but he wanted me to check him in, and he is also a new check-in.
Okay, copy that. I've got him checked in for the net. I do not see him pulling up on the membership list on the website, so if he is not already, please have him drop by broadnetgmrs.net to just put his call sign in there or name to register real quick so we have a membership listing on him. Thank you for checking him in.
No problem, net control. I will pass that information in the website back to him. Okay, this is WRQG491, operator Eric, Sheboygan Network, back to net control.
Yeah, no problem,
Relay
Eric.
for WQNX906, sorry.
No relay, but I'll check you in 906.
Copy that, thank you. WQNX906.
Anybody else wishing to check in, please give your call sign on the Broadnet.
WRNM 392, checking in.
WRMN 392, Edwin Sr., Bronx, New York. We've got you checked in. Thank you.
WRNB 581, checking in, late.
WRNB 581, Tyrone, Rockaway, checked in. Thank you. Get them once, get them twice, going fast. Any late or missed check-ins, please sign. We'd like to start the roundtable here in just a second. All right, not hearing any other check-ins here tonight, and we'll give it one more brief pause. I know some people are probably having some radio problems for one reason or another, but we're looking for late-minute check-ins. Again, you can check in during the roundtable. We don't have like the most awesome roundtable. Usually we just open the floor to anybody who wants to let us know what's going on or anything to talk about. But we are definitely looking for check-ins during the roundtable too. I appreciate everyone so far checking in. As of now, we have a total of 58 check-ins tonight, and that includes 5 new check-ins.
Net control.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I to correct those numbers. Chris, stand by. So far, we have a total of 60 check-ins. I missed a couple of new check-ins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 new check-ins tonight. Go ahead, 296.
Yeah, Mark, I have a few more check-ins from the live stream. I was trying to keep up with you and just break in there whenever you would call their call signs, but I do have 4 more, so whenever you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
So just be advised that some of these might be double. They might have already checked in on the RF, but they're also checking in via the live stream. So we have Raul, WRTA 756 from Bronx, New York. Michael, WRQD 750 from Illinois. Norman, WRAL 680 from Westchester County. And we have Jose, WRQU 359 from Puerto Rico. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. We got that. WRTA 756, WRQD 750, WRAL 680, and WRQU 359. I will get them all checked in here in a second.
QSL, back to you, Net Control. WRKJ 296.
This is WREZ 914, and tonight is the Thursday night Broadnet net. If we are going to be moving into the roundtable portion of the net, if you have any traffic you'd like to discuss as we're all connected and checked in here tonight, please, we'll give you the floor. Just say your call sign, and we can open it up. I don't really usually have a topic, but if you have a topic you'd like to talk about, please, again, just give us your call sign, and we'll see if we can either help answer questions or talk about whatever topic you might have.
Break to Net Control.
Go ahead for Net Control.
Mark, thank you. This is WQCR 739 Mobile, Bronx, New York. Appreciate everyone that participated today in tonight's net. Thank you, everyone. I just want to make a quick announcement. If you are on the Zello channel and you're not a registered member, we ask you to please make your way over to the Broadnet website and register yourself on the Broadnet website. You might have gotten the password from a friend, from a family member. We ask you to please come over to the website and register. You have 24 hours. I know it sounds a little cruel, but you have 24 hours from this announcement to try to get that done. If not, you'll be booted from the Zello channel, and then it's going to be a little harder for you to get back into the Zello channel. We do that here because we have a bunch of stuff that happens in the repeater in New York City with the New York City repeater, so we'd like everyone to be registered so we can know who's on the system and who's we talking to. So again, if you are on the Broadnet Zello channel and you're not a registered member because you probably got the password from a friend, a family member or something, we ask you to please make your way over to the website and register. If you need help registering into the website, reach out. There's a few people that can help you, me, myself, or any other moderators or any of the board members can help you get in that website and get you up and running. Appreciate everyone. WQCR 739. Mark, thank you for running the net. Chris, thank you for administrating the YouTube page and doing what you do for YouTube, and everyone else that has participated in tonight's net. WQCR 739. I'm clear. Back over to you, Mark.
296, if I can break in there.
Yeah, I also wanted to recognize Joe WQRH355, who approves all the check-ins. Go ahead, 296.
QNX 906 with a comment.
All right, 906. Let me just break in there real quick, and you can take the mic after. Just to reiterate what Joel was saying about the Zello channel, I've also noticed that some people on the Zello channel do not have their call signs on their profile. So for those who are listening on Zello, if you could please add your call sign onto your profile as well as your first name. That way we know who we're talking to whenever you're transmitting on Zello. So once again, add your call sign and your first name, please, and thank you. Go ahead, 906.
QNX 906. Apologize for the break in there. I tried to get in there right after Joel because I wanted to ask a question that I think probably a lot of members are thinking are back of their head, and I don't think I've heard it brought up yet. I just did portable change because my other one died. I don't know if it got brought up or not, but what about, call signs where the family members, right? Because obviously there's only one call sign per the family. So when you register on Broadnet, you only register with one call sign, which would be one account registering or requesting access for Zello, but you've got 5 family members, and now every single one of them are on Zello. How are you going to go about doing that? WQX 906, back to Joel or Net.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So I think how we're doing that is we have your family member registered. If they're going to utilize the Zello, have them register on the website, and they'll get a unit number. So if you let them, if on the website when they register with your call sign and they put a unit number on their call sign, then we know that it's a family member, and we won't have a double. Usually when we get doubles on the website, I think Mark takes care of that. So if you have a family member that wants to be on the Zello channel and he's using your call sign, have him use a unit number or register him on the website as a family member, and he'll have access to the Zello. Does that answer your question? WQCR 739.
I think so. So what you're saying is that there is a spot under the profile once you log into the Broadnet.com or Broadnet website. Once you log into that, you're saying that there's a spot under the user profile to add family members. That's I guess where I'm getting at here, because say my aunt wanted to register an account, right? She can't go on the server and register a brand new account, under WQNX 906 because WQNX 906 is already used. So she couldn't, because when a new person registers, one of the questions you ask on that form is, what is your call sign? Well, WQNX 906 is already assigned and registered to an account, so you can't do 2 of those. So that's what I'm trying to understand is, where do you find where to put family members in there?
Yeah, roger that, 906. Well, not sure. Mark is the one that deals with the website, but if we don't have that, I'm sure Mark is listening, and he's going to put that on tonight, and I think we'll do that. That would be a good idea. If we don't have it on the website, I believe that Mark can make that happen. And Mark, am I right? WQCR 739?
Yeah, the account is actually under the email, so whatever email is registered, so you can register the same username, the same call sign, you can register it over and over again using a different email address. Again, when you register the email address, that also signs you up, and you can always unsubscribe, but you get the weekly newsletter, which is normally a reminder, or if we have any special events going on under that. So the login name becomes the email address. The username can be used over and over. Again, we don't have a problem, and we're not trying to limit people within the same family under the FCC rules of sharing the call sign and transmitting under the same call sign, and that's fine if you want to share the password with your wife. We're asking, please don't share it with people that are outside of your family that would not be using your call sign. Please have them register themselves to use the system. When we vet through the call signs on the Zello side, we do try to pay attention to that. That's why we ask that you put the call sign in the profile name. If we see multiple call signs, it might be because you've got 2 or 3 devices connected, or it also might mean that you have a family member's device connected. And we're not trying to vet those people out. We're just
Mark timed out or lost connection?
Yeah, probably. 906, I'm going to get with Mark tonight. That's a good idea. Maybe we'll do something like that on the website. Not sure how Mark runs that website. He has all hands on that website. So, yeah, that's a good idea, though, too. We might, I don't know if we have it. Again, he's the one that takes care of that. So I'll get with him tonight after the net and see if we can make that happen. But I got to get out of this car. I'm sitting here talking to you guys. I'm going to run upstairs, and then I'll get back to you guys. Upstairs to QTH, WQCR 739. Okay.
Roger that, Joe. Mark, WQNX 906.
Yeah, and I guess I could always make another field on the form, or a couple fields to add family members. List family members might want to use it too. So yeah, and if someone notices they get kicked off and they're registered, please just reach out to us via the email address or whatever, and just let us know. Hey, I think you kicked me off the Zello, and I'm supposed to be here. I've already registered or whatever. We'll double check it and see. But yeah, I'm gonna get this list over to them, and we'll have someone going through. I've got over 500 people registered as members on the Broadnet. So from time to time, we do get a couple people who use the password and give someone else the password. They put their call sign in, and we have to remove them from the Zello channel until they register.
And I have one other additional real quick, Mark.
Go ahead, 906.
Sorry to tie it up here. I'm just trying to help create and come up with some ideas here to make it easier for you guys with this transition. Because I do hear what Joe is saying. With the Zello use, you got to monitor who it is. It's just no different really than a repeater access on my GMRS, or something like that. When you go through the database and somebody requests access to your repeater, it really isn't any different. You're trying to do the same format, and I get it. That's a smart idea. One other suggestion: if you do put something on the form, on like a new membership form, and it says it lists your family members, you might want to also put a line somewhere in. I don't know how exactly you do it because I'm not good with building web pages and designs and all that cappy stuff. Okay, but under the account settings, you might want to have, or profile, you might want to have a place in there as well that a person later on can edit or remove or add family members in there if needed. So if you do something like that on the website, on the new member form, make sure to try to remember also you got to put something in the profile to edit those family members. Otherwise, the user would have to completely delete their profile, start over to add or edit, family members. So just trying to throw that in your head there. Of course, do what you want, but just trying to give you suggestions and ideas. WQX 906. I think I'll shush up now and let you run your thing, man. By the way, we missed you guys last night. I don't know what ended up happening there at the beginning. There was all sorts of static coming from your multicast system, which hasn't happened in the past week. So I don't know exactly what happened, but we ended up having to boot you guys off. We were trying to call out and have you guys correct that issue, but we couldn't get the issue resolved, so we ended up having to boot you. But we did miss you guys. With that, WQNX 906 back to net.
WQCR 739. 906, we have a prolific jumper here in New York. We love everyone that comes on to the repeater and has a conversation, a decent conversation at that. When it comes to the Zello, he thinks that we don't know that he's in the Zello. I don't know how he's getting the channel, but he monitors on the Zello and acts stupid on the RF side. But he don't know that I have like 4 or 5 guys that's constantly checking the website, constantly checking the Zello, and eventually he'll get booted out. So this is why I ask everyone to please put the call sign on the Zello and your name so we can make sure that we have the people that need to be on the Zello on the Zello. I think yesterday that's what happened. The jumper that has nothing better else to do, that's home all day living out of his mommy's house, using up his mommy's resources, has nothing better else to do but to mess around in the New York City repeaters. WQCR 739. Right, Danny? You got nothing better else to do, Danny.
Well, by the way, Joel, it was actually RF. It wasn't Zello. Zello would have been a clear signal. This was all scratch and RF. I could easily tell that this was scratch. This was coming off of an HT, or this sounded to me like somebody coming on RF. Could be wrong, but that's what my ears picked up on. It sounded like somebody on RF. But yeah. Gotta love those people. Anyways, 7-3, guys. I'm sitting here making my supper. 3QNX 906.
Yeah, well, it was coming out through RF, but he also somehow gets in the Zello, whether someone here in New York gives him the Zello password or something, and he listens to us whining about him on the Zello side, and then he acts up on the RF side. Enough of him, because this is exactly what... He's a low life that has nothing better else to do. I'm going to clear out of here. I'm still in the car because you guys keep keying up, but I'm going to clear out of here. I'm going to give net control back to net so he can finish checking people in, and I'll check back in with you guys once I get upstairs. WQCR 739.
Are you still out there? WRKJ 296.
Yeah, go ahead, 296. WREZ914 net control tonight on the Broadnet.
Oh, no, I have no comment. I just wanted to make sure you were still out there. It went pretty quiet for a second there.
Okay, copy that. No, I'm still here. I'm listening. I'm just monitoring for a minute. Letting the round table run itself for a second. I'm actually trying to add in the option on the field form to add at least up to 4 different family members, and then that will be updated here in a second. So you can put their unit number and their name in addition when you're registering, or you can go back and edit it in the profile as suggested.
Hopefully I helped with a good suggestion there, Mark. Even though it sounds like it made more work for you. Hopefully I helped a little bit.
Oh no, you're fine. No work. It's actually almost done, and it's about to be live on the registration form.
That was fast. That would have taken me all week.
No, it's pretty easy. Yeah, I use, if you haven't noticed on the website, I use WordPress. And WordPress, I like it because it makes life so much easier sometimes when putting together this stuff. There's so many plugins that you can add onto WordPress to help make life a lot easier. And there is a form plugin that I use that makes everything a bit easier. It's actually a paid plugin, so I've actually paid for the pro version of it. But yeah, if you're a web designer or developer, or if you're tinkering with websites, I highly recommend using the WordPress. There is a few things that you have to watch on it, but for the most part, once you get everything right, it works really nice. It's pretty fast, and it's very easy to update it.
All right, roger that. Well, I've tried, I think it was WordPress. There's one website, I think I may have mentioned it to both you and Joel. I won't mention it over the air here, but I tried to do that once sometime. Yeah. No, that stuff's above my pay grade. I know it's easy, but that was difficult for me.
Yeah, copy that. Okay, that form is now updated. You can add up to currently 4 additional family members when registering a member when you fill out the registration form on the website, and we will have their name and unit number.
And is there a place to, in the profile, to edit or change those or add them?
Yeah, let me double check that to make sure. I think that is correct. Unfortunately, when I do it, I see the back end. I don't see the front end, so I'm not used to going to the front end. So let me make sure.
W
I
R
understand.
K J.
Yeah, I was just saying, I wanted to go in there right now, and I wanted to add a family member in there. I wanted to know if it was in the profile or where I could find that.
LearKJ296, just to confirm, I just checked, yes, you can go in your profile and edit, and you can add up to 4 family members.
Woo! So I can add myself 4 times just to be 4 times a special. Got it. Thanks.
You know, one thing I like on the 411net 906, and anyone listening, I'm kind of trying to spur any other conversation here tonight. I like how the 411net talks a little tech. You know, they go into, well, I think we were talking 2 weeks ago. I understand last night we couldn't connect, but 2 weeks ago we were talking about power supplies for base station, and we really kind of got into the thick of it. So always like that kind of talk that helps people kind of get geared up or help to improve their system.
We call it more of a Q&A than a talk. It's Q&A. So you got any questions, you know, tech-related questions, so on and so forth. Usually we save those until the end of the net. So, yep, that's what we do. Last night's topic was, let's see, what was it? One question was DVswitch. That got pretty lengthy. And what was the other one? The other one was, the other one was somebody's node number, somebody's node, when they connected it to the 700, was IDing not locally, but globally. And it ended up being where their call sign was broadcasted over the whole network, so they had to take it off the hub. And that was the other question, and we went over those 2 yesterday. So that was our topics yesterday. Well, not really topics, but tech topics, tech questions.
Okay, yeah, for sure. That's definitely something that needs to be addressed at some point. Yeah, you don't want those to send out the ID broadcasted out to everybody. So yeah, lots of good stuff there on the tech side. I know a lot of people really get into radio more because of the tech than anything else.
Roger that. All right, I'm going to shut it up here and let anybody else jump in there. I mean, it's not my net to run, but I mean, basically just sounded like Mark, you said. If anybody's got any questions, come on, bring them on, you know, kind of thing there. I'd be interested to hear and, you know, hear anybody's questions or learn anything or maybe try to help if I can here. So, WQNX 906, I'll be standing by here, well, sitting by.
Yeah, if anybody else has a topic or something they'd like to talk about during the roundtable portion, please give your call sign. It's almost 10 o'clock, so we're going to have to shut it down here pretty soon. But we'll be definitely back on tomorrow night on Fridays for any general conversation. But please, if you have anything you'd like to discuss with the group while we're all on, please give your call sign.
WRKJ296, I do have a quick announcement to make. We do have these weekly nets, and we also have a live stream that pairs up with the nets perfectly. And it's been going well, and I think right now we're up to 117 subscribers, so it is growing slowly, but it is growing. But the announcement I want to make is that unfortunately next Thursday I will not be able to host the live stream. I will be out of the country, so I will not be able to tune in or even remote in to do this. But the good news is I'll be back the following week. I'll be back on the 16th to run the net the same way I've been doing all along. So I just wanted to inform people. I know I get some regulars that are checking in on the live stream, so for those who are always tuning in, unfortunately, I really got to change the settings on my radio. It keeps timing out after a minute. But that's pretty much it. I will turn it back over to you or to anyone else on the net who is still listening. This might be a perfect opportunity to jump in and let us know if you're having any issues. Issues with your node, issues with your radio. There's a lot of people listening that can help, so don't be shy. Jump in, or just jump in to say hi. WRKJ296.
Yeah, thank you, 296. Appreciate that, and we appreciate you doing the stream. Yeah, we'll just have to go without of a live stream. I think that'll be okay for one time. So we do appreciate that. We know how much work it is. In the live stream, we like to do it person sitting behind the desk. We don't like to do the automated live streams because it can get unpredictable sometimes, especially since we do them live. We definitely want to have someone in there controlling the live stream. We don't want to have some kind of an issue and it end up being put on YouTube live. So we definitely appreciate that.
USL on that. Yeah, I enjoy doing it as well. I'm kind of behind the scenes double checking things back here as you're doing the net. But Yeah, you're right. I prefer to be behind the screen and here ready. There's also like a chat happening as the net's going on. There's people checking in. Today there was an issue with 602 with her DVswitch, which actually reminded me, since I have you on the air, she's having issues with her DVswitch 602 and 401. They said they're able to connect, but they're not able to hear anything, or they hear you briefly and then they can't hear you at all.
Okay, yeah, 602 is a board member, so I will talk with Edwin so we can get both of those guys trained. I know who exactly you're talking about, so definitely appreciate it there.
Yeah, copy that. I sent Edwin a text earlier asking him if there were any changes made, but he said no changes have been made. Also, 525 WRFQ Carlos, WRFQ 525 Carlos from Spanish Harlem, late check-in via the live stream.
Comment.
Got Carlos checked in. Go ahead, comment.
This is WRDR 487 Joe. Are you saying that their audio is dropping, what they're hearing on DVswitch drops out for a bit and then comes back?
Yeah, she was saying that she was able to sign on to DVswitch and log in, and then she would hear Mark for a second or two, but then after that it would just drop off. She doesn't really drop off from the status page because I can still see that both of them are on the status page as we speak, but they said they're not able to hear any audio.
All right, if the audio is there at first and then just goes away completely, then usually what happens is you have to go into your apps and raise the priority of DVswitch, because what happens is another app will come in front of it and it drops the audio. If the audio is there and then drops low or goes away and then comes back, they have to mute all system sounds, because that'll temporarily drop the receive audio on DVswitch. But if it drops out and stays out and they can't hear and they have to go back out and come back in, you have to raise the priority of DVswitch.
Copy that. Well, hopefully they're still monitoring. 602 or 401 if you guys are still listening on the live stream. Go ahead and respond and maybe do what 487 recommended.
All right, I'll be on the side. WRDR 487.
Comment?
Go ahead, we had a comment in there.
This is WRQV957, Carl in Montana. I was just wondering if anybody has tried running their mobile as a base, but using they call them a solar generator, but it's actually just a backup battery system. But it runs, you can continuously charge it and still use it. So let's say your power went out, your AC, your mobile would be hooked up to this and really not notice any difference in the power because it's hooked to the DC through the backup battery. And I was just wondering if anybody is using something like that or knows about it.
I'll comment again.
Yeah, go ahead. I think we talked a little about this a couple weeks ago on the 411 net. Yeah, but this is a good topic, so let's talk about it.
All right, I've run mine CDM 1250s on backup power source like that. It'll receive fine, and shy of the one I use for work, they typically won't transmit in full power because one of two things: the continuous current, mine draws 13 amps on high power.
Okay, that last unit that was making a comment, you dropped out after you said it continually draws high power, and then we kind of lost you on the net.
WRKJ296. In the meantime, while 487 gets that figured out, that station out there, I think it was 876. Sorry, I didn't hear the call sign. I don't use a solar generator per se, but I do use, or I've used in the past. I don't use it every day. I use a lithium battery. It's a 12 volt. I have two of them, the 10 amp, and I also have an 18 amp. And I've run my XPR 5550 off of that battery pack. I get maybe, I would say, let me reset.
WRKJ.
So I've never actually tested how long the battery will last from full charge to until it goes dead, so I don't know the exact amount of time that I would have it, but I have used it in the past for, I want to say, maybe 6 to 8 hours, and it's worked perfectly fine to receive. I have transmitted on it on high power, and it doesn't draw, or it doesn't kill the battery too much, but I'm not doing a constant QSO back and forth for 8 hours. But it does, like 487 mentioned, they do work pretty well to receive for a long time, and they work pretty well for me at least to transmit as well. Back to you.
Okay, may I ask what you're using for a charger on that to maintain a constant charge?
Well, that's just it. I'm not using it for constant power. I've only used it whenever I've taken my mobile in my car. So instead of powering it directly from the car battery, I'm using a lithium battery, one of those 12 volt 7 amps, or the one I have is a 12 volt 10 amp lithium, and I'm also using 18 amp. And so once I come home, I recharge the battery, and it works pretty well. I'm using just a regular lithium battery charger that I got off of Amazon. It charges it overnight, and then I have a full battery the next day.
Well, I was looking for something to use in the house, kind of similar to what you're talking about, but you could just leave it plugged in and charge, maintain, and use the radio hooked up to it. So it actually is being charged and powering the radio at the same time.
Copy. So may I ask what the purpose of that is? Like, why would you want to use a battery that you're going to continue charging? Wouldn't you just be better off using a power supply? Like one of those 12 volt, 30 amp power supplies to power the radio?
Yes, but if you lose power, then you have to drag around your battery, and I got more than one use for the so-called solar generator for some medical devices too.
Copy that. Well, someone's in. Let me let them talk. Go ahead. I'm not sure who that was, but go ahead. You can jump in.
This is WRDV946. I used to have a radio setup. I used a deep cycle marine battery, basically the same as the solar generator without the extra plugs and electronics on it. I had it hooked up to a solar panel with a solar charge controller. The solar charge controller is the most important part of the whole system. It keeps you from overcharging your battery. Once the battery is full charge, it cuts off the charge from the solar panel. And I used that for years with a 2-meter ham radio. I had it set up. I was in an area that lost power often, and I didn't talk constantly. It certainly wouldn't last through a net like we just had here. But for general use, the battery worked fine, and I never had a problem with it.
Yeah, QSL. That station, are you still out there listening? The guy who asked the initial question.
Yes, this is WRQV 957. I heard that. I was just giving somebody else a moment if they wanted to comment.
All right, with nothing heard. So back to what I was saying about my battery. I get what you're saying as far as if the power goes out, you want to be able to have something to power it. Technically, that's what I use mine for. I've never had to use it in that situation because, thank God, I haven't had the issue. I mean, I haven't had that issue where I'm losing power and needing to use the battery. But that is one of the main reasons why I did get the battery. I also have the battery. I kind of created my own little, I guess, battery backup. And I have banana plugs, and I have Anderson poles on there, USB ports, 12-volt cigarette lighter. So it's used. I can use it to charge my phones, my laptop, anything that I need to charge in case I do lose power, including my radios.
Good evening. The time is 10:00 p.m.
Yes, I copied you. I may be losing power here with my handheld. So I understand what you did there.
Can I break in? This is net control. WREZ for net control. It sounds like y'all got a pretty good topic going here. It's already 10 o'clock Eastern time, so I'm going to actually conclude the net. I'm not saying y'all have to stop talking. I just want everyone to know the net is over, but we will continue this topic here after the net because I think it's very good. I just don't want people to feel like they've got to continue to listen here. But I appreciate everyone who checked in tonight on the Broadnet Thursday night meeting, and we thank all the repeater owners, board members, and administrators. Again, the Thursday night Broadnet meeting meets every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. At this time, we're ending the net and returning the repeater system back to its regular operation. Again, please continue this conversation. I just wanted to conclude the net as y'all get into this topic. Thank you.
WRQV957. I think I got my question answered, and I'm clear.
WRQV296. Mark, I will be ending. We'll be ending the live stream shortly, and just a reminder to everyone who is listening, watches every week stream, that next week we will not be having a live stream, but that doesn't mean that you can participate in our net. You can always ref, Zello, or if you have DVswitch or iax, you can always check in. For those who are also listening who want to be part of the Facebook Broadnet page, you can go to facebook.com and look up Broadnet GMRS repeater systems. You can request to join our group. I just ask that you please ask when doing so. That way I can accept request and let you enjoy.